Hello guys, welcome back to Food for Thought Random Topics. I am Erica and this is Virgil. We're going to go ahead and jump into it, and I want to thank you guys for sending us some questions. Well, we're going to say one person sent us questions, so I'm not going to pull from the box. I'm actually going to read his question. So we want to thank you, Mr. Mark, for sending us 2 questions, and we will do yours tonight. You ready? While you eat your wings.
Oh, good.
Just looking at them. Mark said, Erica, I wanted to say with a K.
Oh, did you?
Okay, Erica, how did you come to the decision to become vegan? It was when we were stationed, actually we was getting ready to retire, we were stationed in Nebraska. And believe it or not, I had gained about 50 pounds moving to living in Nebraska. The only thing I did was eat and drink because it was so cold, to be honest. And Virgil had a calendar, you remember? Well, I don't know if you had a calendar, but we would count down how many days to his retirement and how many days, that was how many days we had till we was leaving Nebraska because it was so cold. And I said, I want to leave these.
Be careful, don't piss off our Nebraska
I know,
friends.
you know what I said that. I said, I want to leave these 50 pounds behind me. And so me and Virgil started working out, and I started reading about veganism, about healthier ways to eat, and I just wanted to give it a try. And I felt good. I gave up, what did I give up first? I gave up really red meat. Gave up eggs. No, eggs was the last thing. Anyway, I did it in stages, and I would go all raw. So I just felt better, and somehow it just stuck. That's really why I became vegan. How I became vegan. Felt better, and my skin started clearing up a little bit. I did lose weight. I had a lot more energy, and I think that's why. And I don't think I'll ever go back. That it?
That's not my question.
Well, you don't have anything you want to add? No? Okay.
Hey, get off script, but I don't normally have cabbage, but Big John's Barbecue on the corner of Harvest Road and 53. If you haven't been up there and you live in Huntsville, you're doing yourself a disservice. The lady, real quick. The lady who was picking up our order just before me, she kept talking about these cabbage. So when I picked up my wings, I asked the little guy to add a side of cabbage. Well worth it. Really, really good. I don't think there's any meat in it.
I bet you there's some meat in there.
Mm-hmm.
If it's that good. You don't think you, next time ask her. You should have asked her and then got me some.
Go ahead.
Okay. I would have eaten that. Oh, I forgot where Mark's question was, because he had one for you too. Hold on. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Hold on, guys. He had one for you too. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Here it is. Okay, so that was my decision to become vegan. And I want to add to that too. Now that I'm vegan, I call myself 95% vegan because I told you I'm gonna eat a jelly bean if I want to. Just my favorite candy. But
jelly bean?
Huh?
What's in it?
It's the shiny stuff.
What's in it? This
fermented. It's the shellac. You know the shellac we put on our nails. That's what makes it so shiny. That's like fermented little animals. Google it. It's in there.
Fermented animals.
It says
Okay.
That's what it said. I'm gonna look it up. But anywho, but you know, a lot of my friends been, you know, they like Melissa. She started cooking vegan stuff, and she's really good. That's Mark's wife. Okay, Virgil's question. Virgil, can you share a surprisingly positive story about your pilot training experience? And it's a two-part. And a story that was not so positive. This can be about race relations or just expectations from going into the program after movies like Top Gun and so forth. So he want a positive experience and a not so positive experience.
The positive experience was in 93 when I started flight school. 94 when I started flight school. The Navy had made a conscious effort to increase their minority numbers by 50 people per year. So when I was in flight school, I was at the very beginning of that. There were a ton of black flight school students in Pensacola, and it was really nice to see them and hang out with them. Sometimes probably hang out too much, but it was good to see so many people who look like you in the program, and I made some great friends. That's where I met Curtis, Lloyd B for sure. Lloyd B and I have been friends for a long, long time. So that was one of the positive things. One of the negative things, I don't know if there was a negative thing, because my experience in flight school was really, really good. I will tell you a negative story where my very first flight, my instructor was a brother from Atlanta, and he didn't mince his words, not in a mean way. He just, what came to his head came out. And he liked to talk. So we were in the airplane, my first flight, and he's talking, and the flights are about an hour and a half. And I'm gonna tell you, I never thought about being a pilot. I'd never been in an airplane, none of that, but I needed a job. So our first flight, he's showing me all this stuff. We doing a bunch of maneuvers, and I was sick as a dog. I said, hey man, you gotta take the airplane. And I threw up in this bag.
Oh.
And I had like a couple of apples for breakfast or
you
something.
Don't have to tell
No.
Inside your stuff.
So we finally land, and I am feeling horrible. And I take the bag out of the airplane and I drop it on the wing, and it sounded like a rock. And he said, what the hell you been eating? And then after that, I relaxed a little bit because he didn't make a big deal out of it, but he did make a funny comment. So it took a while for my body to get used to flying. That was the negative, but I never had any concern that I could not get through the program. I just knew I had to stick with it because I didn't have any other job offers, and that was what I was gonna do. So there you go, Mark. Positive, a lot of black flight students at the time. The negative, my body took a few flights to get used to flying. So there you go.
Thank you, Mark. And we do, before Virgil started talking about his wings, and they don't look wet or nothing, but anyway, we're gonna pull one question from the box. And we'll pull one question. And then we'll talk about the wings, because the wings, did you tell them the wings?
Nope, I didn't tell
Not
them.
yet? Okay. I just pulled one question. I don't know who this one's from. Do you believe everything happens for a reason?
Me? Yes.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I do too. Why you believe everything happens for a reason?
Well, I don't know if it happened for a reason, but yeah, it happened for a reason. I think everything that happens has a reaction to it, and that's why it happened. You're late to leave home because there's going to be an accident and you missed it.
Yep.
So without being late leaving home, you may be in the middle of that accident.
So you may not find out. So I do believe that. I've always believed
That may be a little superstitious, but.
Well, it's kind of, you believe everything happened for a reason. I do that too, but I don't think about it until, if it doesn't happen the way I want it to go, I'm mad. But then as I think about it, I try to think of a positive why it's happening. And I try to teach my kids that too. This may be happening, but then think on the bright side, this is going to be the outcome. So I do believe everything happened for a reason. So
But I think you have to make good decisions to have the good things happen for a reason.
Not necessarily. Bad decisions, you can have some good stuff come out of it.
Such as? It wouldn't be called a bad decision.
Well, not a bad decision, but well, I don't want to use my kids as an example, so let me think of something me. A decision that you made.
Something bad happened first. Maybe you got something out of it later, but something bad happened first.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't want anything bad to happen ever.
Not bad happen. You probably thought, you know what, never mind. I know I have one in my head, but I'm not going to, I don't want to use that as an example.
All right.
But yeah, things happen for a reason. All right, tell me about your wings, because so this was also, can I say?
Go ahead.
These wings were a suggestion by
I don't know her last name, but Shelby.
Our good friend, Shelby, actually our good friend's daughter, but she's our friend too. She's grown and married. But she suggested these wings, and what did she say? I want to read what Shelby said. Shelby
didn't mention these cabbage though.
She probably didn't get the cabbage. She said, she told us great work, and she told Virgil he have to try Big John's wings in Harvest. It's worth the drive. Thank you, Shelby.
It's a good drive, according to where you live. It's a good drive. If you live in Harvest, it's not a very long drive. Big John and Company barbecue, and I ordered lemon pepper, and all of their wings are smoked. So these are smoked lemon pepper. They are really good. And I got the extra lemon pepper, of course. So there was a lady and her family, and she ordered something, and her two sides, she said, I want both my sides that cabbage. And then she kept talking, and then she told the lady who was back in the back cooking, them cabbage? I said, I'm in. So when I got my wings, I asked the little guy to add an order of cabbage. And they are really, really good. They're really good, and I don't think she cooked it with meat. You should try it.
No, you gotta ask her.
No, you should try it. You can tell if you put a little bit. It ain't gonna hurt you. Go ahead.
No, she.
And then you be like 94% veg. No, just taste it. It ain't gonna be
She
no.
probably got some beef broth.
No, ain't no beef in it. Oh, you sure put a big old piece in your mouth, did you?
I got meat in it.
Does it?
It's got some type of broth. It's too seasony.
It's good. Anyway.
It's not oily either.
Anyway,
It's good.
Big John and Company barbecue on the corner of Harvest Road and 53. Really, really good. It is what it is. My Ultra infusion, and today is a little Templeton Rye.
Well, I have something, and I actually like. Oh, Templeton Rye. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I have something. I actually like it. Virgil normally buy
Kool-Aid.
No, he normally when he buy different wine, it's mostly something that I do not like because he's saying he's trying to.
I'm trying to get that Atlanta out of you.
You trying to
Trying to get that Atlanta out of you.
You know, can you have taste buds or something you used to say? But anyway, he bought me 19. Yes, I gotta push it back. 19 Crimes. Is that the name of it?
Mm-hmm.
19 Crimes Cali Red. It's not sweet, but it's
You
not.
gotta say it's Snoop on there.
Oh,
Snoop, D-O-double-G.
you say you're trying to get that land out of me. That went away.
Well, you could.
Okay. It's by Snoop. And it is really good. It's not sweet. It's not dry. It's good. I can actually drink a lot of this.
Costco.
Oh, really?
Everything Costco is good. Everything.
It's really good. So let me know if you try this. So I like it. 19 Crimes. I like it. I really do.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mark, again for the questions. Thank you, Shelby. You listened and you gave Virgil a place to try. And that's it. So hopefully we'll get some more questions and we can answer those from my phone, and I won't have to pull from the box next week. And Virgil have a new place to drive to go get wings.
We'll see.
All right. Until next time.
Deuces.
Deuces.